shops at Liberty Place residence or whatever. Cole Hamels, a famous Philadelphia Phillies baseball star. Does he still play for them? He has lived here. Also, Richie Sambora of Bon Jovi. He was one of the first residents of this place. You know, and they're like luxurious condos, if you will. Of course, my last name is Cole, so interestingly, I actually took care of Chase and Jennifer Utley's dog and cat when they would go away, like 2011, 12, 13, during that time period, whenever they were on tour or out there on the, whatever you call it, schedule for traveling for the Phillies. They would call in and say, can you take care of Jack, their pit bull, full bred, completely under control. That's one way to put it. Completely trained. And they sort of fought the fight of showing that pit bulls, you know, do as they are trained. So, and also, that's back in the time period, make it right. That's also back in the time period when there was a huge, like, thing going on with Michael Vick and the fighting of bulldogs, and he wound up in a whole situation of having a ring of bulldog fight, or I'm sorry, pit bull fighting. Anyway, I could go, but I'm playing it safe. These people here. So they sort of took the stance of, you know, train your dogs to not fight and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she was a spokesperson for the ASPCA or whatever. And I mostly dealt with Jennifer Utley. They moved back to California. They were here for the World Series, and interesting factoid, the World Series was won in Philadelphia in 1980 and 2008, so they reversed the 8. The 0-8, the 8-0, and so forth and so on. So trash pickup over here at the bank, Sloan. Every time I see that, I think of student loan, we baby your furniture. Oh, and actually, that is there are cousins of mine who actually grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida, oddly, long before Trump wound up with Mar-a-Lago and all that down in West Palm Beach. But their grandparents on their paternal side, which is not part of my family technically, owned a kids toy and furniture, baby furniture store and stuff like that. Paulin Kid Toy and Furniture. So that's interesting. But I always think of student loan and all that stuff when I see Sloan, except it has an E at the end. So I wound up going on to get my MFA at night from the New School 2 nights a week in New York. And I did this because I was trying to figure out how to escape a really weird Matrix scary situation that began in 2011 and just like never stopped. So in 2013 through 2015, I got my master's. It was very helpful. I was able to write a book. You know, it kind of kept me going and kept me distracted and busy. Oh, they moved the portal up here. So the portal used to be down behind this visitor center circle. It used to be down here. They've replaced ping pong tables, it seems. Unless, did they move it out at a certain time at night? Or was it only here? Oh, it was supposed to be here for a short time. That's right. They might be... portal is asleep. Back up soon. Our apologies. So the portal is asleep. It'll be back up soon. I read that we weren't sure how long the portal would be here. So, but they've moved it to this corner. I'm sure they're kind of gearing up for any potential protests, and they probably tucked it here for safety, maybe, just in case. I wonder how it winds up going to sleep. is that? I was sort of directed to come over here, but anyway, I went on to get my master's degree, to sidestep whatever was going on here in Philadelphia, and also to see if it would help me so there's an ambulance coming in. There's a whole scenario that was sort of sent to my brain about why the ambulance might be over here at Dunkin' Donuts. And someone like faking a heart attack over by 10 Press B. Do say it. So I wouldn't normally pick up on this totally myself these days. But what got sent as a potential scenario is that they move the portal. When you walk up to it, you see your reflection today because it's off. Usually you see a portal to the other side. But if you see a reflection, you might be disappointed, like, oh, I feel like a fat cow or whatever. And the exaggerated reaction would be everybody has to come out to resuscitate someone who feels like a fat cow. And this has to do with another scenario that was put through years ago. Someone sent a narrative, like all kinds of crazy things happened. It's hard to explain, you would have to experience it. But the scenario would be someone wanted me to go up to Mug Shots, which used to be a coffee shop up in the Fairmount area, Art Museum area, near the Eastern State Penitentiary, which is really like a museum. Like they have a curator, and you go up there, and it's really a tourist hotspot, the Eastern State Penitentiary. And a nearby coffee shop was called Mug Shots. So I go up there, and all kinds of things came through. Mug Shots is sort of like, it matches the prison theme. It's like getting your mug shot. So you go up, you get a drink, and it's sort of like cafeteria, as if you're in a prison jail cafeteria. Kind of. They put that through, like you pick up your food at the window, you get your utensils from a, whatever you call it, like a special bin, then you have to put all that stuff back, like, and they had little metal trays as if you were in, you know, the idea, it was kind of to be like a jail cafeteria, if you will. But what was put through to me was, remember the people who set you up for 2011, where we're going to get them arrested. So they put through a whole bunch of names, like, you know, Heather, Jen, Micah, whatever. And the idea, they put through all this stuff. It wasn't me, like, it's hard to explain. And they're like, you know, Heather had to wind up in jail for selling Sugar Smacks. I'm like, what are sugar? I think of a cereal when I think of Sugar Smacks with a little frog. But apparently that's like, that could have been slang on the streets years ago for certain types of, I guess, cocaine or whatever. And I don't even know. And it's like they caught her, and now she, you know, someone made her their bitch in prison, which is